Five-star point guard Kevin Savage out of Wheeler High School in Georgia is one of the most fun players in high school right now. He's a killer. He's a very enjoyable player just to watch from a viewing perspective. Has the quote-unquote dog capabilities that we tend to gravitate towards as basketball fans, but just a big-time prospect. I think he's going to be an awesome college basketball player. Only 5'10", that's the thing. He's very small, but man, hasn't stopped him from being one of the most productive players. He averaged at the Adidas 3SSB event this summer 15 points a game, 4 assists, 2 steals a game. He was named the underclassman MVP of the event. He gave an interview to stockrisers.com this week. Shout out to Jake Weingarten for doing a lot of great recruiting coverage right now. And sort of updated where things stand on his recruitment. We've talked about him on the channel before in terms of just early interest, but this is the first update in I think a couple months on where things stand. So Kevin Savage says the schools that are heavily involved are Purdue, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Cincinnati, and Georgia Tech. Interesting collection of schools for a five-star, right? It is a class of 2027. We're getting out way in front of this, but I would define the serious big-time basketball schools here as Purdue, Auburn, and Alabama. Everybody else, I'm kind of surprised you're in on a five-star right now. He also added that Oregon, Texas A&M, and Vanderbilt have started to show interest, but this is one the Blue Bloods aren't really sniffing around at right now, which makes this a winnable recruitment for all parties involved. He gave some more advanced quotes on the latest with Purdue and his relationship with Matt Painter. Sounds like Cincinnati's getting a visit very soon, and there's a lot of buzz with them. He also talked Auburn a little more in depth right now. So if we had to single out three that I feel like are getting the most love from Savage himself, Purdue, Auburn, and Cincinnati seem to be the three. Before we talk some of the detailed quotes that he gave here, it's been a while since you've talked Kevin Savage on the channel. So have you been paying attention to any of the movements with him? And what's your latest feelings and thoughts on Savage and his game?
Yeah, I think obviously, I think people are a little bit slow to recruit Savage given his size, right? Like I think he's 5'10" on a good day, possibly, but it's at max 5'10". But the kid's a dog. He can really go. I mean, watching him this summer with Game Elite, Game Elite, I think, hold on a second. Let me double check this. Because last time I checked, Game Elite won like every single game they played in the Adidas thing, I believe it was. They were 31-4 this summer on the Adidas tournament. Like
Mm.
they were the champions of the circuit. Now, Game Elite had a really nasty team, don't get me wrong, but Kevin Savage was a big part of that. He was the point guard, he was the floor general. He got his own, he got others involved. He plays well with other really good players. Um, Obviously, given his size, I think that people are a little bit more reluctant to recruit him, maybe if you are a blue blood, but like I think that Kevin Savage is one hell of a player and a point guard.
Yeah, winner, tough, fun. You give me those three things, I'll take it any day, no
Yeah.
matter how small you are.
Do
So,
you have do you have a comp for him by chance? I want to see if you where you go. Are you
well,
going there?
I'll
Are you
comp
going
him to
there?
a guy we like more than the other guy that I comp the other guy to too. Carlos Medlock, I think he's very similar to. Now
Yeah.
Medlock's bigger, but I think he has a lot of the same intangibles as Medlock. I would say Savage is somewhere in between Tyler Eulis and Zakai Ziegler.
That's kind of what I was going with.
Yeah, he
But
has
it's like
like
it's like he's like you can't combine both of them because I think that makes like an unreal player that's like unbelievable. But it's like it's a little bit of both. Like he's better offensively just to be compared to Zakai Ziegler, but he's also not as good defensively to just be a Zakai Ziegler.
right. Yeah, yeah, and he's not Tyler Eulis. Eulis was just an offensive savant in a way that Savage is not. But
Yeah.
I don't know. He kind of jitterbugs around the court in a way that reminds me of Eulis, and he's got the toughness intangibles that Ziegler had. So I think he's a good player. Let's talk through some of the quotes. So, had a lot to say about Purdue. Purdue was the first school that he went in detail on in this interview. He said, Coach Painter and I have a good relationship. They're pitching how well he does with point guards like Braden Smith, how I fit perfectly in their system, a good community in general with a great fan base. It's a pretty loving quote. You compare it to what he said about Cincinnati and Auburn, I think it's the most loving quote. What he said on Auburn was, quote, I've been around the staff since I was sixth grade growing up. Building a relationship with them has been great. Coach Pearl has had success with smaller guards like Sharif Cooper and Jared Harper. Fair point.
Very fair point. Really good pitch too, and very good fit. As I was looking up trying to get the end of that article that you were talking about in his schools, he did a little Q&A that I think is fun to bring up here. Who do you think he said is the hardest player he's had to guard in the summer?
I don't know.
Carlos Medlock Jr.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
game respect game.
mine.
Sure, congrats.
Nope.
Yeah. So, okay, if we're supposed to believe this is Purdue versus Auburn early, it's very early. A lot could change. But like, do you agree with me that Purdue and Auburn are sort of the leaders right now?
I just don't know like what's the pitch for Purdue because don't they kind of have a little bit of like a log jam at that spot?
Painter seems to think they need more guards. He's still recruiting a bunch of guards, so they might be wanting to play Ertl next to a point guard. That must be my guess, but I don't know. I just know what Paint's doing. I don't know what I think they should do. Um, I think it's Purdue and Auburn out in front of this recruitment right now. Which okay, here's option one: go play for Matt Painter with a bunch of other good guards, fun system. Figure it out. Option two: Auburn join the Republican committee. Like, hey, is Bruce Pearl's gonna be in the government in a year, right?
Do you want a seat in the House of Representatives?
Like, actually, it would be hard for me to believe if he says the best thing about his relationship with Auburn is his relationship. Pearl is on record saying, "I won't be here in 5 years."
Yeah, but the other Pearl will.
I don't think you're signing up to play for nepotism Pearl Jr.
That's fair. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think there's ties to that area. Auburn does a great job recruiting in that area where he's from in Marietta, Georgia. Really good high school, Wheeler High School as well. So I don't know. I think that I would give the lead to Auburn at this point.
Oh, I totally think that's a misread. If relationship is the whole thing with Auburn and Pearl's doing interviews like, "Yep, I don't want to do this anymore." How can that be the school to be in this recruitment? No way.
Does Purdue actually think they get this kid?
I don't know if Purdue will get him or if somebody else will, but I'll put whatever money you want. He doesn't go to Auburn.
I like to take that bet.
Okay, could not line up quicker for this.
Line it up.
Loser has to cut off their foot,
Which one?
left foot.
Make it left big. Make it left middle toe, and I'm in.
No, I need my toe.
You're willing to cut off your foot.
Yeah, I don't need the foot.
All right, left foot it is.